Hey guys, it's Rebecca with Stand by the Beach. This is our final video for our virtual open house. When I left you at video 3, I could not find my designer series paper. I found it. So we'll just start there because I think it's really pretty. So it has the little perfume bottles on one side and the stripes on the other. So all of these, I think they did a really nice job. So if you didn't want to use the perfume or the makeup sides, it has a really pretty floral or a really pretty stripe on the other side, which just makes it a little bit more versatile. So this one has the purses and the stripes. This one has the purple flowers and more perfume bottles, flowers and stripes, shoes, and this one there's a die that cuts out that shoe, and some flowers, some polka dots, and some flowers, and some more flowers, and some polka dots, shoes. I love these flowers, they're so pretty. This is the lipsticks. This guy's too small, he doesn't fit the die. And then some polka dots on the other side. Some little makeup containers and some flowers. Hey Mom, hey Laura. This one has the pretty flowers and some more pretty flowers. And then I think we got that one already. I think I found the duplicates. Okay. I probably should share this. Only 2 of you found me again. There was like 8 of you guys watching a minute ago. Alright, let me see if I can get my computer to do its thing. So if you're just popping in and this is the first live that you have watched from today, I'm doing a virtual open house. So I am showing you everything that I had already bought from the pre-order for the mini catalog that begins January 3rd. And I'm just showing you some different samples and showing you different ways to use these sets that are coming. Thank you for sharing. That's a good reminder. As you are popping on, go ahead and say hello, share for your friends, let me know you're here. I'm trying to watch 2 screens at once, so if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. I will respond to you when I finish and I can kind of go back. For every comment that you have on any of my videos until 7 o'clock tonight, you will be entered into a drawing, so every comment is 1 entry. So the more you interact with me and it helps you. We talked about earlier our Facebook algorithms, they're crazy. But we have been able to prove. We had one lady, she was having a hard time finding me the first 2 videos, but by the 3rd video, I was popping up in her feed. So that's a good thing. The more you interact with me, even if you just tell me that you wouldn't do it that way, that's fine, or just like it. It just puts you higher up in your little newsfeed thing, and so then when I post things, you're not missing anything. So let's see if it's gonna let me. It's not letting me do anything. I don't know. Alright, we'll just do it there. Prize Patrol is so much fun. So I will do that this evening. And then we did reach 10 RSVPs, so I had been saying in the other videos, I will take everybody who RSVP'd, and as long as you commented at least once, you're going to go in the big drawing. And that I'm going to have one person who's going to get all of the samples, and you're going to get all of the card kits to make the projects. I do throw my disclaimer out there. I cannot send you stamped images, so you can have the little naked pieces. I did use a lot of designer series paper, and I can send you that. But you'll be able to see the image, the outlines and the different pieces, and you could still make a really pretty card with the pieces I can send you. It just falls into a copyright thing if I stamp the images for you and send them to you. So alrighty, I think we got a good group of people. There's Tara. You're trying, Laura. You're doing great, Laura. You're doing great. You've been here the whole time. There's been a small grouping of you guys that have been here for all 4 videos, and I appreciate that. I have not been talking to myself. Because I did not expect everybody to hang out as long as you guys have. I know these kind of ended up being longer than I anticipated, but I feel like you got to see a bunch of stuff. Alright, so we're going to do this one first. We'll just go ahead and start stamping. Otherwise, I will just sit here and I will just start rambling because I'm just in a talking mood today. Hey, Dad. You guys must have a lull. Mom's having a live in-house open house today. It looked like she had a full house earlier. She was posting pictures. So this is using the new Cherry Blossom set. Let me find him in my little bucket over here. It's called Forever Blossoms. And this also coordinates with the Parisian. Emmy is here to say hello. Emmy, come on. It's so good. Sort of. This coordinates with the new Parisian suite that's coming, and it also goes with that pretty paper that we showed you in the last video. So it just has these neat little cherry blossoms and the different words, and we are going to stamp directly on this designer series paper. So this, we also showed this last time. So it has the pretty blue on one side, and it has the little Eiffel Towers with that champagne foil on the other. Poor Emmy. Emmy is not poor. She has been tearing paper and getting into stuff and knocking stuff off tables all day. And it's because I was gone yesterday. I was out and I went to P.F. Chang's, which was delicious. And, oh, I have not used this stamp set yet. I must have used Mom's stamp set when I made these samples. Okay, well, you get to see how to put your stamps together because I hadn't done this one yet. We went to P.F. Chang's, then we stopped at Chicken Salad Chick, and so I was gone all day, and she does not like when I'm gone all day. She likes when I'm home so that she can sit in my lap and terrorize me in person. She likes for me to be here when she's bad. So all of your stamps are going to come, you're just going to punch them out of the rubber. You're going to take that paper off the back and you throw that part away. You don't need it. And then you peel, all the stickers are going to be perforated. Perforated, is that the word? I don't think it's perforated. They're already cut in half down the middle. You're just going to take half the sticker off. I like to leave him on there, and then I try to line him up with the piece that has no sticky, so where I have not removed the sticker. Because once you stick this foam to the sticky side, it's going to be stuck. It's very difficult to get off. It is not recommended. So if you accidentally mess it up, be very, very careful, or call me and I will help you. But once they're stuck on there, they're good. So I just try to give them a little bit of a push. You can bend your paper back, peel off the other side of your sticker, and then smash them down. And now you just peel them off, and that was actually darn near perfect. It does not always happen. So we have cracked. Oh, you're calling it cracked. Oh, yeah, I guess it could be cracked. Perforated is not the word. Perforated is like you tear something off. But they're already scored down the middle, so you just peel the half off and then stick them on. All right, we need a big giant block. I think it'll fit on this guy. Ooh. I'm gonna turn him this way so I can make it work. He's just a big stamp. He doesn't really fit on there very nicely, does he? I don't have a bigger block. All right, we're just gonna make him work because we're just gonna show mostly this part anyway. I could use my Stamparatus too. That would fix it. But that would require cleaning the Stamparatus from earlier, and I don't know that I'm in the mood for that. So we're gonna make this one work. Where'd my gray go? Guys, I've done so well. I've had everything organized. I hadn't lost anything. There it is. All right, so we're gonna get our gray. This is basic gray. And we're just gonna stamp this image, ink him up. And I want him about right there. That looks good. I bought April a new mermaid stamp because I messed hers up. Oh no. Did you try to peel the sticker off after it was already placed? I've done that. It happens. Just give me a call. A lot of times if you call Stampin' Up, they're really, really good. They have amazing customer service, and they understand that we're all human and we make mistakes. All right, let's stick them on there. Now you have a mermaid. Now everybody has a mermaid stamp. That did work out. All right, so I have these guys on here, and I'm going to color them with the Stampin' Blends. We did a lot of coloring today. I like coloring. So this one is the dark petal pink, and I'm just gonna go in here and color these leaves, just so that it gives them a little more dimension. I guess these aren't leaves, these are petals. Can you tell I'm starting to get a little tired? All right, let's color those guys in. It's really hard to talk in color. I'm trying to stay in the lines. I'm trying to focus. My cat is snoring across the table, so that's distracting me. I think she might have like some sleep apnea or something because she snores really loud. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with my light old olive and color the leaves. A little bit. Whoops, I colored that petal. That's okay. That'll do. All right, and then we're gonna do our words, and these words are from the Peaceful Moments. I can't talk with my tongue. I actually wasn't coloring with my tongue sticking out. I was doing really good. You're hoarse from talking so much today. I'm getting there. I had to end the last one so I could get some water. I'm not used to talking this much. Okay, so these are the Peaceful Moments. These are just some really pretty words. I like these guys. They're really pretty. It coordinates with the poppies that I'm going to show you in just a minute. That's our next one. We're going to do... Uh-oh, do I have to put another stamp together? That's what it is. I was with my other team members and we were making some of these so that we would not have to work as hard. We only had to work half as hard because all of our brains put together. And I used their stamp set, not mine. So same thing, you're gonna peel off that paper. You just get to see me do it twice. Line it up on the non-sticky side first. That way you can kind of get him where you want him. Smush him down, fold the paper. Peel off the back, smush him down, peel him off. Man, I'm getting good at that. You guys are making me practice. What did I do with all my blocks? They're clear and I lose them. All right, so there's our words. So these are the moments we'll look back on with joy. All those late night hours. Yeah, Brenda, I don't know what well, I do know. I was not prepared as much as I would have liked to have been. And so I was up until 3:30 this morning. Because then I was like, I have this idea and I want to do this and I want to show them that. And I looked at the clock, it was 11 o'clock, and then the next time I looked, it was 3:30. So apparently I'm extra productive in the wee hours of the morning. All right, and then this one is the Label Me Pretty, maybe? I don't know, I get them mixed up. It's one of the new punches. It's really pretty. And they layer very nicely. I can look the name up in a minute. And then I'll punch him out of there. And then I think I sponged him. I did, with some Pool Party, which I don't have out here. But I do have some Petal Pink sitting around here somewhere, so we'll use some Petal Pink. Because I'm not walking to the craft room right now. So we'll just sponge some petal. It just gives it a little bit of color so that it's not so white. Because we have so much color going on in the rest of this card. I don't want that white to be sticking out. Okay. And then we're going to use our favorite adhesive, some dimensionals. Corners, middle, cat hair is bonus. I just apologize if you ever get a card from me and it has cat hair sticking out. I probably tried to get it out and I was just gonna ruin the card, so I left it. It's just an extra embellishment, free of charge. All right, I'm gonna peel these guys off and I'm going to attempt to do another squiggle squaggle ribbon. And maybe this one will come out better than the last one. Can you see what I'm doing? I think so. I'm trying to not go into the dead zone where you can't see what I'm doing. Not that I think you really need to see what I'm doing right now because I'm making a mess, but it's okay. Okay, so you just squiggle squaggle it back and forth. And then if you cover up all your dimensionals, you just means you add some more. So I think I need one there and one there, just so that there's enough sticky to stick to the card. I feel like I need one up there too. I kind of like it with that petal pink on there. It was a happy accident. All right, we're gonna trim with my scissors that are non-sticky scissors. I may have made it look a little too perfect. That's okay. I'm not good at the squiggle squaggle ribbon. I sometimes forget to sponge too. Every now and then I go through phases where I just say, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's too much work. And then I forget to do it. And then all of a sudden I just start sponging everything. I go back and forth. All right, I'm gonna use the multi-purpose glue. We're gonna smack him on top of this vellum. And then I want some more dimensionals because I didn't put enough on already. Just make sure when you go to do this, you're sticking it on the designer series side where the paper is and not over the vellum where you will see your dimensionals through the vellum. So you want to hide your adhesive. There we go. Make sure we have it all in the right way. And then we just go to the middle-ish. We need rhinestones. These are our pretty new champagne rhinestones. So they coordinate with the champagne foil edged ribbon and then the champagne foil designer series paper that was on the other side that they covered up. But it goes very nicely with the whole Parisian suite. We're just going to use our pokey tool, which is actually called the take your pick tool, but I think pokey tool is more catchy. I remember it. I think we'll stick one there. Okay. There's that one. And then I think in this one, oh look, there's my dimensions. We stamped the flower on the inside because this one is light enough. You could totally write on this one without having to put in an extra little insert. I already cleaned that stamp off, so I will do that one. If you get this one in the mail, hopefully I will remember to stamp the inside for you. All right, there's that one. Let me cover my pokey tool so I don't poke myself because that doesn't feel good. And we'll put this guy back over here. Let's do the poppies. So the poppies are a little extra special. We have a challenge that Stampin' Up has offered, and our challenge is to sell 3 of these sets, I think January and February. I think February is our cutoff. So January would be my goal because I don't like to do it last minute. I do a lot of things last minute, but I try not to do everything last minute. So this one, this is painted poppies. Ah! Sorry guys. Close your eyes for a second. Painted poppies. So this one is really pretty. It has the different little poppies and the little splatters and the leaves, but this one makes some really cool backgrounds. And so we're gonna do the big poppy that's sticking to my case. Uh-oh. It does not want to come off. There it goes. That's why I tried it when I put my stamps away, and I remember to do it the right way. I try to keep them in their rubber, and that helps keep them, if they do stick to the box, I can get them off a little bit easier. Let me clean these words because they're in my way. What are we me tooing? Oh, rhinestones. I love those rhinestones too. I mean, all of a sudden I kept saying, me too, and I'm like, what am I missing? I wanna be a part of it too. I love those rhinestones. Anything sparkly's fun. All right, so we're gonna stamp with our Poppy Parade, which hopefully is in this bucket. And we're gonna put this Poppy just to give him some background. This is another one. We did this one at On Stage when we went to the conference. They did some really, really pretty stuff. And this is actually the one that they're featuring on the front of our mini catalog too. So this is like just our extra special set. All right, poppies. We're gonna leave that out because we're gonna stamp our words. I can't talk. I've talked so much I'm losing my words. They're not working. Where did the words go? We'll do happy birthday. Because you can't have too many birthday cards. And we're gonna do it in the black. Ooh. I don't know, you guys probably did see that. The ink pad flipped over. I lost my black ink pad. There it is. That's why you shouldn't have multiple ink pads open at the same time. But I know that I'm going back to use that Poppy Parade one because we're gonna sponge again. Give it some color. Oops, I'm totally doing that off camera, sorry. All right, and then we're gonna tear our paper. And it does not have to be perfect, but it's gonna create a raw edge that the ink is gonna stick to very nicely. All right, so then we're gonna do our designer series paper. So I showed you these a little bit ago too. So it has green on one side, poppies on the other, poppies, and then that pretty like watercolor red look on the back. And we're gonna do these flat. Will be a little bit different. We've been using so many dimensionals. We've almost gone through a whole sheet of dimensionals during this live, or you know, this whole morning. I've almost gone through a whole sheet. It's a good thing 3 of those come in a package. All right, and then we'll stick our poppies on there. I think I want him like right there. And then this guy will, actually we need to color our ribbon. I almost forgot. This is our new white ribbon. What are we calling this? Whisper White. Whisper White. Crinkled seam binding ribbon. So this one is really good for coloring. So it comes in that white color, but you can take any of your blends and you can color it to make any color ribbon that you want it to be, so that it coordinates with any card that you're doing. I'll do a little bit more. And it dries really quick because I'm using the alcohol markers, so I'm not going to get it all over my fingers. Cut that off. And when it doesn't feel cold anymore, that means it's dry. Because alcohol stays cold. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to wrap it around. I didn't give myself quite enough, did I? That's okay. It'll just go around once. I would have never gotten the set and a few of the other ones had I not had a chance to play with them on stage. But I fell in love with quite a few of them there. So remember, the pictures in the catalog don't always show you. Yes, that is very true, April. The catalog is not always able to capture how beautiful the sets are until you get them in person. You have to play with them or come to class so that you can play with them. And sometimes just seeing the different samples too of what everybody's doing with it, sometimes that helps. Could I use my aqua painter and ink if I don't have blends to color the ribbon? You can try, but try doing the alcohol, the rubbing alcohol in your aqua painter instead of just the water, because I feel like the water and ink. But I guess if you stuck the ink in the aqua painter, I think that's what you're saying. Do a couple drops of ink and the alcohol in your aqua painter and color it that way. It's going to be a little bit different, but you should be able to do that. Where's the one that I had alcohol in? I'll try. Let's see. That one's water. I'm like smelling my pens. I think this is the alcohol one. Yep, that one's alcohol. I have some inks up here. Here's Old Olive. I don't know. I've never tried, so we're gonna see. So I put a couple drops-ish in there. And then depending on how much you put in there, I guess would determine how dark it is. So give them a good shake. And then I would kind of squeeze them so that it can start coming down into the barrel. I need a paper towel. Okay, so it's coming out green now. Let's see. I'm getting lots of water. Put this up here. No, I don't think that's working. Maybe if you put more in there, but I think it's just kind of making a mess. You can drag it through the ink pad though, if you have the ink pad. Let's see, I have one up here. So like if you wanted to do Poppy Parade, get rid of this wet spot. So you can kind of, I think I'm in the dead zone, and go like that. And you might have to do it a couple times, but this ribbon really does soak up nicely. It's gonna take a little bit longer to dry, but you can color it with your ink pads. And that's probably gonna be the easiest if you don't have the blends. Just make sure you have some sort of pokey tool, something, just not the sharp end because you'll put holes in your ink pad, but something with, something that you don't mind getting dirty. Your bone folder would work, a popsicle stick, just something where you're not gonna like dig a divot into your ink pad, but you wanna be able to like stabilize it in there. You can use your block. If you had one of your small blocks, you can stick it in there and help hold it down to drag it through, and it'll color nicely. I really do like that ribbon because I'm thinking it's dry. Let's see. I don't want to get red all over me. No, he's still a little bit wet, so you are going to have to let him dry a little bit longer than what you do for the blends. But it would work. Alright, let me clean up some of this red before I stick it all over me. I mean, it's already a little late, but it's okay. Alrighty, now we got our bow tied. We're going to put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. Oops, come off my finger. One more in the middle. And we'll put our happy birthday on there. And then these are our little sequins, and they also coordinate with the Poppy Sweet. So they actually have little poppies. They're little poppy sequins. They're flower shaped. Hope you guys can see those. So they have the little flowered ones, and then there's just regular sequins in there. I'm going to use the regular sequins. So I'm going to put one here. Let's do one there and one there. And then I'm going to use my Take a Pick tool, and I'm just going to use the gummy side to pick up the little sequin guy, put him where I want him, and hold him there for a second. How many buckets do I have? I had 4 buckets, Brenda, and I had 4 to 5 projects in each bucket. And I've been pretty consistent, about an hour per bucket, which was good. That's what I was aiming for. I was trying to get everything done in an hour for one bucket. I want another gold one. I can't throw a different one in there now. Okay, I'll stick him there. Perfect. And then we just let him dry. I do like to keep him back in his bag because it would be very sad if those sequins spilled because they would go everywhere. All right, and then this one had a little white piece of paper to go in there. I will finish that part later because I'm not pulling that poppy out again. But there's that one, super cute. I'll throw him over there. All right, this one, I like this one. So this one is using those punches, and I was showing you earlier, they do layer on top of each other, which is really, really nice. So we're using Petal Pink and Mint Macaron. And I should have all of my pieces in here. Where's the stamps? Layered with kindness. So this one has the thank you for your kindness, for my friend, happy birthday, and then these pretty flowers. And it coordinates with these 2 punches. So you have this one, and then this one, and this guy, so you can make the little slot to make him a tag, or you can add the little dot, or you can just punch that guy. So it's really nice because that little circle comes in handy for making tags. So I'm gonna put those guys over there. We're gonna start with doing those flowers. We're gonna do them in the Petal Pink. I want my little big block. Stick him over there. No, I think I want to do the leaves first. Just kidding. Let's do leaves first. Are you, Lois? I like this set. It's really pretty. Okay, so you're just gonna go one there. I feel like this is doing crazy things. You know what it is? I have this squishy thing under me still. When you have the rubber, sometimes it just gives it too much padding. That's better. Let's make this guy go this way. And I like to have one that's just kind of hanging off so that it doesn't look like everything is squished onto the page. You want to create that dimension. Okay, peel them off. Now we can add in our flowers. I'll just go one, put one there, and we'll put a little lighter one. And I just kind of stick these wherever. I don't know that these leaves were really meant to have flowers attached to them, but I think it works, so I'm going with it. That guy's feeling kind of lonely. Alrighty. Clean him off. And then I'm going to show you how these punches line up. So we're actually going to stamp this happy birthday twice because we're going to punch him out. Where's my gray? Gray. And here's my ink. So we're going to stamp happy birthday. And then I'm going to scooch it down a little bit. So my other punch, and actually I think I wanted to turn it the other way. I might have to cut him out. So we're gonna take the big one and we're gonna punch out our base. I still have the shakes. And I've eaten several times today. We went to Chicken Salad Chick, so I've been snacking on chicken salad all morning. It was perfect. Yeah, I kind of wanted to go this way. So I'm just going to cut so I can turn my punch the way I want it. Because I don't want to have to worry about the hole in that little slot because we don't need those pieces. But we're just going to center him in there. Let me get it centered and then I'll show you. Okay, so you're just going to get him centered so it's the happy birthday. I'm going to punch him out. And then we're going to get ink pad down. I've lost the dimensionals again. We're going to a new sheet. Ah, fresh sheet. I love a fresh sheet of dimensionals. And we're going to stick him on the top. Try to get him centered in there. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of him. And we're going to use that pretty petal pink with champagne foil edge ribbon again. And we're just going to wrap it around the edge. And we're just going to do a knot bow because it's easy. I don't have to think about it. Where'd my scissors go? Oops, these are the gluey ones. There we go. You always want to pull your little ends in the direction that you want them to lay. So I kind of want him to lay flat on himself. Of course, he's only cooperating a little bit. He's kind of doing a little bit of his own thing, but it's okay. Bring him back to the top. Behave. All right, and then when they don't listen, I grab a glue dot and I force it to listen. I got a little twisty when I was tying that one, that's what happened. All right, and then we can peel off our dimensionals. Tip his little tail and plop him on there. I'm gonna use my favorite glue. This is our petal pink vellum, and I believe it's in the pack called the Perennial Essence Vellum. So it comes in Old Olive, petal pink, and So Saffron. So it's vellum, but it's just colored, and it's just really pretty. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Again, remembering to only put glue where the paper is and not where the vellum edges are because it will show through. And then get it straight-ish. Ta-da! So that's a cute little happy birthday. Oh, we need some rhinestones on there. That's what's wrong. Where'd they go? Rhinestones. Where'd you go? We just used them. Nope, those are yellow. Okay, I might have to come back because I know they're here somewhere. Oh, here they are. If they were a snake, it would have bit me because they were right under my nose. So these pretty champagne rhinestones. We're gonna go one there. Hopefully I'm not in the dead zone. I feel like I keep shifting down. Sorry. And one there. I tried to put them in the middles of the flowers on my one sample. I didn't like the way it looked. They looked funky. I think there's too much like realistic detail in those flowers. It just doesn't look as nice. But there we go. there's that one. All right, we have one more. I'm just realizing I didn't cut a card base for this one. I think I have one on my table that I can make work though. I just looked at that. All right, so this one actually makes a gift card holder. And it's using that punch and layering again. But I wanted to show you that you can take any of those words in that stamp set and punch them out with the sky, and then just punch it on and just place it on top of the sky, because this is really pretty. I love the little scrolly design on there, but you may not always want a happy birthday. So you can take the For My Friend and punch it out long ways with that punch, and then just plop him on top of that. You cover up happy birthday and you have a new sentiment. And then you have that pretty background still. So we're gonna do this one. It's a gift card holder, so when you open it up, you can stick a little gift card over here in the little pocket. So it's just a fun little fold that I had. But I need a card base. So where did I put, here they are. We're just gonna take this guy apart. I'll make another one. So you take your 4 1/4 paper, and then you just score it again at 2 1/2. And if you didn't score it like I did because you forgot to cut it, you just fold it back on itself. This is my favorite purple, Ashley. This is Blackberry Bliss. It is absolutely gorgeous and purple posy. All right, so then once you get that guy folded in, I like to fold in one more time with the bone folder just to get a nice crisp fold. And then we're gonna take our little 1-inch circle, and you're just gonna pop a little tab so that you have somewhere to hold on to. And you're gonna take your glue, you're gonna do a little strip, push it in, press and hold. Try not to make a big gluey mess like I did. We're gonna cover that up, it's okay. And then let him dry before you try playing with it and testing it, because otherwise you'll pop it right out. All right, we can put our purple. This is our purple posy. And purple posy is just gonna go in here to lighten it up a little bit. And then you can write on it. And then we can put our pretty, this is the one out of the Dress to Impress paper. So it's the flowers on one side and the perfume bottles on the other. We're gonna do the flowers. And I used the stitched rectangles. I made a huge mess with the glue. Good grief. Let's go this way. So we're gonna put him on the front, like that. We're gonna put him aside and let him dry. And in the meantime, we're going to stamp our lady, our pretty little lady. I was really hoping I had a baby wipe over here somewhere, because my fingers are sticky. I got in that glue so I can rub it off. All right, this one is Beautiful Moments. And so it just has these different little hand-drawn pictures of like a mom and a daughter and the 2 little girls on the beach. They're just really, really pretty. This was one of the $1 Million stampers. She designed it. And wherever she lives, I forget where she lives, but they have like a mountain view in their backyard. And this is actually supposed to be her and her daughters with the mountains in the back. So she did this around her family. So it was really cool. When you hit $1 million in sales, for your career sales, then you get to go to Utah. They fly you out and you get to design a stamp set with the Stampin' Up team. It's really cool. There it is. I don't like that one. I want this one. Well, maybe I don't want that one either. Where's my big one? There she is. All right, we stamped her in black. The Memento, which is the one I threw on the floor. I appreciate you all hanging out with me today. I'm glad that you guys are here and I'm not just talking to myself. It makes me feel a little better, a little less crazy. Okay, there's her. Cat hair is a freebie. And I'm gonna color her with my blends. You could color her with aqua painter. You could color her with some colored pencils. We have really pretty watercolor pencils too, but I just love how smooth our blends are. So I'm gonna do the light Blackberry Bliss, and we're just gonna color her dress. And then as I get towards the bottom, I'm just gonna kind of leave some of it white, kind of like it's faded out. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm gonna go in with the dark, and I'm just gonna go where they've kind of put the details of the dress. Like that. And her little sash. And then I'm gonna go back with the light one more time. And this time I'm gonna kind of in circles to help kind of blend that color so that it's not so harsh of a dark line. And the more layers that you do with these blends, the darker your colors will get. Even when you've used the same one over and over again, it'll get a little bit darker because that color will just keep layering on top. It's really pretty. This was a lot of work, Laura. Because I said that I was gonna do one for everything I had, and I think I wrote that there was gonna be like 15 plus projects, and I didn't realize how many projects that was. Like, I understand the number 15, but it was not processing in my brain until I sat down to plan, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot. But I felt like that kind of made up, since you guys can't make them with me because I couldn't do a live event this weekend because everyone was out of town. I felt like that was a good compromise. You get to see it. All right, that was the ivory, and I think the ivory doesn't have enough pink in it because I just get the feeling that she's been in the sun and she needs some pink. So I just take the light petal pink, and I just give her a little bit of color because I felt like she needed some. Because I don't. I mean, if I could just color in some color on me, that would be fantastic. But it doesn't work that way. All right, then we did, I don't know if this is wheat or weeds or what these are. I don't know, but I'm going to color them yellow. This is the light daffodil yellow. And we're just going to put them in here. The nice thing about these blends is that I can go in here. Typically, if I was using any other marker, I would have done my yellow first because I don't want to mix my colors and ruin them. But with these, they don't, like, if I sit over here and I color and color and color, it's going to pull it, but it doesn't pull it on my marker. So my yellow stays yellow. Alrighty, and then we need some green. So we're gonna do I want the light old olive. Where's the light old olive? Oh, here he is. I'm gonna just go in here and kind of just make some grass-like markings, I guess is the word. I'm not trying to be super accurate. And then I'm gonna go in with the mint macaron, and it's just gonna kind of darken it a little bit and give it a little bit more grassy, and it's gonna match this paper a little bit better. And then I still feel like it needs one more color in there, so we're gonna throw some dark old olive where those lines are, so it doesn't get so lost. Okay. And then I'm gonna go back with the light old olive again and just kind of swoosh all those colors together. So there she is. She's all pretty. And then of course you're gonna go and you're gonna use your Wink of Stella and make her dress sparkly. because sparkle makes everything better. All right, so now our card should be pretty much dry from all that glue we just did, so we can put her in here without the fear of getting glue everywhere, hopefully. Straight-ish would be nice. Guys, yell at me if I'm staying in the dead zone too long. I'm trying to stay up here where you guys can see. I really like that these markers don't pick up all the other colors. They blend on the paper, but they don't blend into my marker. You have to really like sit there and scrub and color over and over and over on a dark color on one of your light markers for it to really pick it up. And it comes clean too, so if that does happen, you just clean it off on your scrap paper and then it goes back to being its regular color. So they're really, really nice markers. Okay, so let's put our words on here and I'll show you because I don't know if my words were very clear when I had them earlier. So we're going to use the same stamp that we did the last time. We're going to do it in black though. I'll clean this up real quick. So we're gonna use our black. I don't want it to be a happy birthday. I guess I could because it is a gift card holder, but I'm gonna show you this other way anyway. So we're gonna do the happy birthday just so that we can get this pretty outline. And then we're gonna go back with the thank you for your kindness. And it's also gonna be in the black. Let's see, and this punch likes to be turned this way. So I'm going to do thank you for your kindness. We're going to punch him out. Just get him centered-ish. It doesn't have to be 100% exact. Pop him out. And then we're going to pop out the birthday. Hold on, let me get him centered and then I'll show him to you. It's hard to center it when it's not like under my face. Okay, pop him out. And then you just place him on top. And now it says thank you for your kindness. And you get a little bit more use out of that stamp than just happy birthday. Uh-oh, I have glue on my thing still. I think it's centered-ish. And then put some dimensionals on the back of this guy. One in the middle. And this was the last card. Was there anything that you guys wanted to see again? Was there something that you missed? Do you want me to recap all the cards that we've made? Did you need to see the paper again? Isn't that cute? And it just opens up and you can stick your little gift card in there. Super cute. This is one of my favorite folds. So this round we did this card. We did this card. We did the poppies. And we did the cherry blossoms. I feel like I'm in the dead zone, so I'm gonna push them up a little bit. We did cover quite a bit, which is good. I feel like, because I don't always feel like the pictures in the catalog do them justice, and so seeing the samples and being able to see the product in action is a lot better than just staring it in a catalog. But make sure, if you are not signed up for Paper Pumpkin or you have never placed an order with me, make sure you email me or message me your mailing address if you want a catalog. I will try to get those sent out. What's today? Saturday? So probably the beginning of this next week, I will try to get those in the mail so that you guys can start getting those, because those will be available to start ordering January 3rd. So most of the products that we use today are all coming from the new mini catalog that starts January 3rd. And then everything from the red holiday book that you guys have, or if you go online to the website, the stuff that's under the holiday section, that's all going away January 2nd. So if there's anything on there that you want, go ahead and get on there and get those things, because once they're gone, they're gone. They're not going to replenish them. I'm excited about the Valentine's Day stuff too. It's going to be really cute. I don't know if you were here when I said it the first time or not, but the heart punches, these guys, they're going to coordinate with the January paper pumpkin. So there's a stamp, I think they said, in our little sneak peek that we get as demonstrators. There's a stamp in that set that's coming in the paper pumpkin, and the punch is going to punch it out. It's not necessary to complete the thing, but it is nice to have those coordinating things. And then the stamp set that we use today punches out those hearts too. I don't know what it did with that bucket. This one. So this stamp set, it punches out this heart, and this one. And then all these little words fit inside of the hearts. So it's a really, really cute set. It has, it's a whole suite. So it has ribbon and paper, the stamps, the punches. There's little like rhinestone type things that you can glue on your projects that coordinate with it too. So it's a really neat suite. I like that one. Well, I'm excited that you guys all hung out with me for so long. I appreciate you guys, the ones that have been here from the beginning and you've hung out with me for 4 hours. That's very nice. I like it. I wasn't talking to myself the whole time. But this is our new book that's coming. So what'll happen is the holiday book goes away. This one comes into play and it stays until June, and then we get a new annual catalog. So that's the big one, the big blue one that we have. That one will go away, and then we get a new catalog. So they try to keep us up to date with fresh stuff so that we don't get bored and so that we have lots of ideas. And I really like getting these. This is the spring one, so it covers Easter, and there's lots of birthdays in here, and just lots of springy kind of, it tends to be a little bit more florally, but if you think about it, spring is very much about florals. But there's still some really good neutral type stuff in here too. But anyway, so this comes out, and then the Celebration catalog will also come out. It's a little brochure, and there's a couple different rounds that'll go through, and so for every $50 that you spend, you get to pick something for free. Wedding, yes, there is actually a really, really, really cute wedding set. It makes invitations. I'm going to look at it and I can describe it to you, but I can't show you the picture of the page. Darn copyright laws. And I didn't order this one yet. But it does. It has, let's see, this is called Last a Lifetime. It has to the new Mr. and Mrs., sending you our very best wishes, hoping you experience love and joy today, tomorrow, and always. May the memories of today last a lifetime. Sending all my love. There's a congratulations. There's really, really pretty dies that coordinate with this, and they have like the floral like roses, and like you can punch out the corners and have really pretty die cut pieces that coordinate with that stamp set. And then there's also an invitation set that coordinates with that too. And so it has the you're invited, save the date stamp. And then it has like the little place card that you do. And so you just stamp it and then you write the date, the time, the place, RSVP number. And then it also has the stamp in there for thank yous. So you could do your invitations, your save a date, and your thank yous all from the same stamp set. So it's a really good one, but wedding is covered in this new catalog. So I will get these mailed out this week, and you guys should be getting them, and then you can see it because there's some really pretty stuff in here. Did you guys get to see the makeup paper? I know you guys were asking about it, but I don't know if you had popped on when I was doing it. I can run through it again. The Facebook delays are hard. So the makeup paper, because I don't think you guys had popped on. I think you guys popped in right after I did it. So it has the flowers on one side and then the makeup on the other. And so it has the little makeup brushes and the little makeup containers, the blushes and eyeshadows. There's a pretty flower. Oh, it's the same one. Good grief. There's 4 of those. Yes, Mom, I'm still going. I'm wrapping up. You texted me, but I did not see it. There's those roses and the pretty purple ones. I like the purple. There's 4 of those. There's pink flowers, some more makeup. I think that's the one I just showed too. These are all mixed up. There's the little lipsticks, shoes, polka dots, flowers, some more polka dots. This one, there's a die that cuts the shoe, one of those 2 shoes out. I can't remember which one, but it cuts out one of the directions. And then there's those flowers. It's really cute paper, Ashley. Stripes. This is the one we just used on that card. It has the little perfume bottles, the bags, and stripes, perfume bottles, stripes. And then I think you guys saw that one. So they're really cute. Those will all be in the paper share. And that one is $35. And what else? I think the only other thing that I announced during my lives was the card kits. So I'm gonna try that and see how you guys like that. I cut 6 card fronts and 6 card bases. And then when you spend $35 or more, you're gonna get the 6 card bases and the 6 card fronts. And then I did 6 little white doohickeys. And it's the punches that are coming, and then I have a couple that are dies, and so you're going to be able to just put those card fronts on the card bases and then just slap some words on there and you're good to go. So that way you'll get a little bit of samples. So when you spend $35 or more between now and the end of December, you will get a little card sample stack thing. So I thought that was neat. Trying to think, if you guys don't have any other questions, I will let you go. I really appreciate you guys all hanging out with me all morning. This was fun. But I'll give you guys a second because I know there's a delay. I'll say you guys, most of you I think that are still hanging out have been here from the beginning. I think you saw all the samples, but I can do a recap if you guys need me to. We're good? I see hearts. I appreciate hearts. Okay. I will take pictures of all the projects and I will have them posted. My goal is by the end of the day. And then all of your comments, I will add them up, put you guys in the drawings, and I will do those drawings tonight about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Let's shoot for 8 o'clock. That gives me time because I might need to go take a nap. But I will shoot for 8 o'clock, and I think I will pop on. Yeah, I'll pop on at 8 o'clock. We'll do a live, and we'll do all the drawings and give away some free stuff. But that gives you until 7 o'clock. If you weren't able to be here for the whole thing, you can go back, rewatch my videos, scrub through them. You can go through all the times where I'm talking to myself and just look at the pretty things. That's good. As long as you commented, you'll be entered into a drawing. For every comment you had, I will give you an entry. So, alrighty. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.